What's up, good peoples? Grand Rising. So, check it out. Back to some more plantation type information. So, it appears that Nike wants to punish Morant for flashing another gun again. And you need to understand, there's an old saying. It's the complexion for the protection. We don't have that in the United States. So you really need to understand that. But regardless, yes, a lot of hypocrisy. You already have the NBA. They want to sit here and punish Morant. And the last thing I heard about, let me know if it's been updated. They wanted to suspend him half the year or half the upcoming season, $20 million. And now Nike decided to jump on the boat and punish him, removing all of his new shoes from their website. This has to sound familiar. When you don't do what Massa says, Massa don't like that. Kyrie Irving went through the same thing. And actually, Kyrie, he didn't even do anything. He just tweeted a movie. That made more than enough elites decide, nah, we don't want that. We don't want all these black people waking up like that. No. We're not going for that. And it's funny, Kanye, when he challenged the status quo and he challenged basically all of the elites, man, you saw what happened with Adidas. So, is all of this nonsense, I don't know, is it racism? Yeah. Is it bias? Yeah. Is it hypocrisy? Yeah. It's all of that. But the whole thing is, you need to learn to maneuver through this, or learn how to maneuver through it, or you're going to have a plan coming into it. See, because there's one thing to garner a lot of money. Boom, here we're going to give you $100 million, $200 million. You have to have a plan for your people. And I understand, all of your people can't make the same type of money. There's only so many people that can be in the NBA at one time. There can only be one top player in the NBA at one time. That's how it works. And so it reminds me of a script that talks about, it's somewhere in Proverbs, I can't remember exactly what it is, but I'm going to paraphrase it. It talks about the people hate a selfish king, and the people love a gracious king, or a king that gives a lot to his people. And that's really what it is, because you need to have backup plans on top of backup plans. You need to have other outlets. What a lot of people don't understand is the energy that you put out is it's the same energy that you get back. And so in saying that, I'll use myself for an example. Here in my city in Las Vegas, I took what I learned from passing the insurance exams, and I taught over 200 people how to pass the insurance exams. And I intentionally did it in a neighborhood or a zip code that was prominently black and brown. I did it on purpose. I could have just went off and been a salesman, but they asked me, hey, we need agents. Can you come in and teach these agents how to pass the exam? At the time, I'm like, I can only tell them what I know, what I just did. They're like, fine, we don't have anybody else to do it. And I thought about it for a minute, and I'm just like, you know what? This is the perfect neighborhood. And some of us need to understand about financial racism. It's real. It's very real. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not affecting you. A lot of credit companies, yes, they've already admitted this. They'll intentionally go at like their black customers and stuff like that. They'll intentionally pound the phones on them. There's been different companies that have already been sued. And one of the things that I noticed with the insurance is that, after all these people started passing their insurance exams, and mind you, in Nevada, you need to pass with an 80%. California is a 70. I think New York is 70. It's the highest pass percentage in the country that you need to have. So I guess with their commission seeing that it is mostly black and brown people passing this, like boom, 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 back to back, they weren't real happy with it. So they started changing the applications. Before, the applications they were just asking about not blue collar crimes, excuse me, but white collar crimes. And since we started doing that, I started asking about blue collar crimes and started asking, whoa, well, have you ever had a family member that's ever been in jail? Of course we have. What does that matter? You weren't asking that before. You ever had a family member that's been on welfare or, government assistance from the government? Yes, of course. Tripped us up so much, of course we've had it, either ourselves or relative. Yeah, of course. What does that matter? Somehow all of this came into play. And I've noticed over the past couple of years, there's more and more questions directed directly at us. And so with Ja, what I have to say in that, bro, yes, there's been like a senator or governor or something like that of Tennessee. He sent out a Christmas card or some type of card where he's in the picture with his family. He got his AR-15 with him. Nobody said nothing. Constituents got killed in his own county, like in his area. Nobody said anything. Having a gun is not against the law. Believe it or not, especially not for a non-felon, is not against the law. But for some reason, we can't flash it. Let me give you an example. The Black Panthers, semi-automatic weapons, they were legal for everyone to have until the Black Panthers marched on the capital of California. Suddenly, they can't have that anymore in California. Nope, no semi-autos. Can't do that. So, a lot of people don't like looking at history, but you got to understand that history affects you right now. It's the reason you can do or cannot do certain things. Where you live, where you stay, how you operate, the type of job or business that you have. There's a lot of history behind everything that's going on. So this is why I said, in one of our videos on TikTok, go follow me. It's Songhai Molly, same as my channel here on YouTube. But you got to understand, sometimes there's a third person stirring the pot. You might think you're doing stuff on your own and under your own consciousness and under your own will. Guess what? A lot of times there's a third person stirring the pot. I'm going to give you guys so many more examples in the future. It was just time for me to start talking. I got to talk about it. I have some age, I have some wisdom. Luckily, by the grace of God, I was able to survive the 80s and 90s in LA County. When gang rise and crack and all this stuff was so heavy, man. A lot of the colors y'all wear today, you couldn't wear that back then. You can think you bad and try, but it wasn't going to go your way. I can guarantee you that. In different neighborhoods, it wasn't going to happen. You might go home in just your underwear, and it ain't even a joke. It's for real. But back to the topic. Ja, bro, you got to be smarter than that. You don't just have a bag, you have a whole suitcase of money. You have to be smarter. You have to know how to play this game. You have to start setting up things that are going to make you more powerful. I don't care if it's investments, franchises, stocks, whatever you have to do. You have to make yourself more powerful to be able to pull off the type of stuff that you want to do. Yes, you're right. You have a gun. All right, this is your right. You want to flash it, it's your right. I'm sure that Tennessee senator or mayor or governor or whatever he was, he's also he's a public figure. He's something for children to look up to also. But he has the complexion for the protection. And in this country, man, it's like everything, man. It's everything. So be smarter. If you guys like the content, like the information I'm talking about, everything I'm going to talk about, I'm always have some type of historical context with it. So if you like it, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. And I hope to see y'all in the future. And I'll get at you.